That's a thumbs up, meaning we're live. Hi, welcome to our very first Twitch stream, live from, what's our name again? Reto headquarters in Copenhagen. And it's Friday afternoon, so we'll start with familiar sound. And so the goal of today is basically we're just making sure everything works on the technical side, and we'll start it up very gradually by taking some of our players' questions that are being submitted as private messages to our stream account. And so I'm reading from this spreadsheet here that Robotron is feeding me.
Fred,
yep.
Maybe we should introduce ourselves.
We should introduce ourselves.
But is there any titles on?
Look at the bottom of the screen. I'm pointing. You should see a 1-800 number where you can buy a set of very sharp knives. So yeah, do we no topic? Whatever. So yeah, I'm Reto.Gargamel. I'm the that support guy. And this is Jakob, the game director, who has all the clever ideas.
RedBjarne.
Yes, RedBjarne.
Sweet.
What does that mean? Actually, it's the Red Baron kind of.
No. It's I have actually no idea. Where it came from, but it's just a silly name that we made up years ago when I lived in New York and were doing games there as well. And it was actually first when Quake started to appear online, and then suddenly everybody had to have a silly game tag. And what do you know? Bjarne is a regular Danish name, and I think it actually was when we played a lot of Red Alert.
Okay, so
awesome game. So it was like
Bjarne,
RedBjarne.
Okay, why not?
One of my friends were called Sorte Plov, which was apparently an old villain in old Danish villain, so like mean black plow. Just like weird
like literally. Okay. Yeah. I'd talk about my old gamer tags, but they're kind of not fit to air. So yeah, I mean, don't do that, because don't have offensive names. It's not fun. Unless you're young.
It seems like most of the players are trying to make offensive name and just hiding him with numbers and all sorts of shit.
Be subtle. So, but we tried to have some kind of topic. We want to introduce the Rommel build, which is coming soon, TM, and we basically have already some questions about that.
As soon as some of the high prior bugs get fixed by the guys that are currently
on vacation.
Get back from vacation.
Yeah, if you're watching and you're on vacation, feel guilty now. But seriously, like we don't need them to come back from vacation, do we?
Yeah.
We do.
Well, if you get a chance to look at the action game, we can. The super annoying stretchy character bug needs to be fixed, I guess.
Yeah, they don't need to ever see that. You will never see that. It's really creepy. It's like your arm goes like. it's like from Ghostbusters or The Exorcist.
It's because we're testing. We're planning on buying the Fantastic Four franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
And making that.
Maybe we should fraps it and show it to them. It's like you walk around and then your character all of a sudden has this like elastic arm, ectoplasmic. Anyway, we wanted to talk about some of the features, some of the major changes that are coming in Rommel, and I know there's a lot of questions about that because we're introducing generals, and we're that's going to change a lot of things in the strategy game. I guess we might as well start from the beginning.
Should I do a brief presentation of?
Yeah. We already answered one of the questions here. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put an X. Let's just say done. When can we expect Rommel to come live?
Yeah.
Soon.
And within days.
Within days. Yeah, it's a matter of days.
Given good weather conditions.
Yeah.
We'll release it on a rainy day so you can play it a lot.
Okay, so so in the Rommel build, you can only you can only field assault teams when you have an officer who's able to equip sort of the assault teams. Basically, you need the command points to do that.
Yeah, basically, we add a more meaning to the officer ranks. Until now, you've only been able to play up until
14.
Was it level 14? Yeah,
which is it's a captain, is it? Yeah,
a captain. Yeah, and obviously from the beginning of our when we started making the game, it's always been the purpose that you sort of like you rank your characters up all the way from grunt to general, and we just in the Rommel build we are adding the remaining ranks all the way up to I think it's called Army General or something in America, and Field Marshal in Germany. So and these and obviously we do not want generals to be running around on the battlefield. It just seems silly. So we're gonna stop at the colonel level, level 6, the ranks 17, which I guess is also a bit. I think there was some colonels running around on the field, but
it's cool. You can say, "I shot a colonel."
Yeah, But we from the beginning we had like an idea of trying not to just make like 100 levels, where you see in many RPG games you just have like a shitload of levels, and getting from level 1 to 90 just really doesn't make any sense because all the fun starts at level 100. But in this game it's different because we think it has always been the idea to have multiple characters, multiple soldiers, and some of them you might rank all the way up to general, and some of them you might keep as your this is my action specialist sniper guy, or this is going to be my cool tanker guy. I'm not going to say something that's probably going to scare a lot of hardcore gamers, but the main idea about this multiple character thing is to be able to have some sort of same framework as you have in a game like Pokemon.
Do go on.
Yeah, where you actually have a collection of Pokemon. You have a collection of monsters, and you can rank them up differently, and you can breed them. You can't breed soldiers in our game though, but it has some of the same mechanics of having a collection of soldiers, and some of them are specialized, and some of them are just like grinded up to be generals. So that's the that's always been the main thought. So you don't have just one soldier, you have many soldiers, and you're gonna need that for the campaign game. Also I'd say that the reason for having this kind of, it might seem really harsh that it's hard to get to the general's ranks. It's hard to get to the campaign game, but our experience is that we actually need a lot of really clever hardcore players to play the action game or the campaign game, and so this should pose like a little bit of
like a filter. If you're dedicated enough.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who actually just jumps in, tries the game out for an hour, and then they actually mess around in the campaign game as well and annoys the serious players. So this should pose sort of like a filter where players have to commit themselves to the game in order to play a role in the war.
And it kind of makes it also special that you're a general. You have to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels like
And obviously it is sort of like a sacrifice to convert a character to full general.
Because at level, what is it, level 18?
Level 18, yeah.
You perform the conversion, and then what happens is you no longer can participate in action games.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not until we add the assassination missions, of course.
So, just sit here.
Tobias, I'm talking to you now.
So, if we go back to what changes this is going to bring in the strategy game in Rommel.
I'll just see if I can find here you see my infantry guy.
Yeah.
And he's ranked up all the way to 15.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And you can see that he can obviously equip his weapons and his vehicles, which I don't have any of right now. In case some of you are wondering why I have so much gold, it's not because I just invested my entire bank account. Right now we are showing stuff on our test servers, which are obviously not accessible from outside, and usually we need a lot of funds in order to just check out things. So this is not my regular account. This is a test account that we use for testing stuff. This is actually the server that we play on while we are bug fixing the build. So this is actually the build that's going to go out on live pretty soon.
Why don't you show the assault teams?
If you see over here on the right side where you have your weapons and the vehicles, you also have now a list of assault teams. And as soon as you reach rank 12, I'll just show this again. Here you go, rank 12, you'll get a command point. That means that your now officer can deploy a small assault team in the campaign game. As soon as he reaches rank 15, you get another command point. So now he can either choose to deploy 2 small teams or 1 large team.
And we see that the size of an assault team, we can see that somewhere, right?
Yep. So you see
if
here,
you click on the assault team, I think.
This guy has 2 points, and now he can...
if you click the... either that one, the progression thing, there. So that's pretty neat. That screen was there before, I think, and it took a vacation.
Yeah,
and it just came back, and the new redesigned version.
Yeah, we had to sort of like restructure the leveling up of the actual assault team to make this work.
It's kind of nice that this is all on one screen now. You
can see also we in order to facilitate that every soldier can that we have an assault team from each sort of service with only 1 command point. We had to add a few more assault teams, which you'll see down here with the Air Force. We have the something we call the fighter recon. Basically, it's just a small fighter squadron, 2 planes instead of 4. And then we have the pathfinders for the paratroopers, which is somewhat half-sized paratrooper team. Usually in the war, you would actually use pathfinders to go in, and because in 1940 paratroopers was just like it was a new thing, new technology. And they were pretty bad at actually
going where they were supposed to.
Yeah, they just went all the way, like they did, especially in a large invasion, for example, in the D-Day, they couldn't find anything. So they would make small teams of paratroopers and then send them ahead of the others and drop them down and make them establish like visual drop points for the rest of the fleet to be able to drop them. So that's where the Pathfinder like name comes from. But basically, it's just a small paratrooper team.
Paratrooper light.
Yeah, and this is so that every character can equip at least 1 assault team if they only have 1 command point. That is. But you see in here, I've equipped my 2 small teams. I have the guard team still is just takes up 1 command point, and you can see up here with my the soldier. He's rank 15, so he can only deploy 2.
I'm just told that we're already halfway through our half hour. We do talk a lot
and we should
between the 2
or something instead.
So maybe we
should just go on until we run out of questions.
But we're kind of answering the questions as you're talking about that. You're already answering quite a few questions. So I guess you'll forgive us if we're not like reading your question as is, but the answer was somewhere in there.
Did I answer that question?
Okay. There's one that's related because with all that you're telling right now, basically, that means if I have already 10 assault teams, but I don't have the officers with the command points for that, I will only be able to field so many. So that means we can expect that there will be a reduction in the number of assault teams on the map.
First,
right?
that it's going to be actually a huge
reduction. The player here, our friend Kyrie626, he's asking, by what factor do you expect the number of deployed assault teams to decrease in the first week of Rommel? I mean, do we really have an estimate? Not really, right?
Not really, but it would be significantly reduced, I would think, because not a lot of players have the high rank needed. We're actually changing the whole ranking system as well, so we are going to make some calculations on the back end, and obviously it would leave a lot of the players in a situation where they may have purchased assault teams and now they can't play with them, and that would like piss off a lot of people.
But we're going to do something about that.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we have the problem where because we had a limit of 10 assault teams before, then a lot of guys would just create new accounts and just started like building those. So in order to it's not that it's illegal in the game to have a multi account. It's just it's never been part of the actual game design to facilitate it. But this new system actually there's no limit here on assault teams. You can actually just progress with the general and just adding command points so you can control more and more assault teams. The solution that we came up with to make sure that we don't that the start is not too harsh on the players is that we check all the soldiers, all the players on the server that have at least one assault team. They will be enrolled in an XP bonus round, and we're just going to run that until we see the war going well. So it will be the first week. Everybody who have one assault team, they will be earning 3 times the XP from playing the action game.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the first time we talk about that. So we might as well go into detail. Yeah, this is like exclusive coming to you live. So we were kind of I guess a little bit hush hush about that because we didn't want to start making promises and when nothing was completely set in stone. But this pretty much now this is how it's going to be. Yeah. So you get what. A multiplier for your experience, so you can level up faster for the first
week.
First week.
Yeah, and if we can see that not enough people have actually leveled up by the first, we might extend it. So it's we'll run that until the game settles down, because this change is gonna be fairly disruptive for the campaign, at least to start with, until everything settles.
But disruptive in a good way, we hope so. Right?
Yeah, I hope so.
It should, I mean, like we were discussing earlier, it should probably mean that generals will see the result of their actions. As in, if you're not lost in a whole swarm of assault teams going left and right. Now, when you deploy something, you're going to see what's happening more, I guess.
Yeah, if we had some problems with the current status of the war is that there's just way too many assault teams, which makes together with the other feature of the new build, obviously the multiple capitals, that made the entire strategy game feel more or less like just a numbers game, First World War style frontline game. So this is hopefully going to change a lot of that stuff.
We forgot to go over the multiple capitals. There's going to be multiple. Actually, we say multiple capitals. It's multiple major cities.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah, but disclaimer: don't freak out if the big star is on the city in your country that is not actually the capital.
Yeah, it's just because this is the stuff that happens when developer lingo gets into the. Into the game. It's by capital we mean major strategically important city.
Yeah, strategic center.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the Dutch people have complained that
it's not Rotterdam.
It's not the capital. Don't worry, we know that, and but Rotterdam is just far more strategically important than Amsterdam because of the port, obviously.
We're gonna have football hooligans coming after us.
Yeah. And we are going to remove the Flevoland stuff as well. I just need to finish up the rendering of the map. Don't worry. We also got that hopefully soon will be as well.
But there's going to be what, 15 major cities?
Yes, I can just show here on the general's map here. Here you go. Right now, this is still on the test server. We expanded the battlefield, or what you call it, the theater of
operations.
Yeah, that's going to be
we expanded Norway.
See England here. We have all the way up to Edinburgh, and all the way up here to
the Shetlands.
Yeah, it's
the Orchids.
Scots up here. I guess who lives here?
William Wallace.
Yeah. Blue people with long swords. Yeah, and from up here you can actually get over to Norway, where you can take the sneaky route through the mountains, or you can go by the coast all the way up to Oslo, which is marked as one of the capitals. And we have, obviously down here, Copenhagen. strategically important city.
Well, it is. It kind of is.
Yeah, I would maybe Helsingør would be more important.
Yeah.
Depends on who you're fighting, though. Yeah, we just need to have that in, obviously.
And then we have the Swedish faction.
The Swedes, they're neutral. They never fight. They only make weapons. Cool weapons, though, but pacifist country.
Yes.
Not like our Dane. We just go to war with the Americans all the time. Yeah.
No, Sweden. It's all about peace, love, and death metal.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, but you can actually sneak all the way up here to Finland. You'll see Helsinki, and you can go all the way down through the
Baltics.
Yeah,
the Baltic lands.
We just started to put assault or the battlefields in here. Warsaw, and obviously we have where is it? Berlin, Paris, Zurich, Bordeaux, Marseille, Rome, and Prague.
So when we start the war, does it? Because that's one of the questions. I think there's a guy asking our friend here. C'est moi Dudu. That's a French player, I think. Bonjour. Oui, il nous demande quand la guerre va commencer. Alors, dans quelle faction est-ce que well, yeah, exactly. When the war starts, for example, Zurich, what faction is going to control that?
It's neutral. In the first run, it's neutral.
So you start with
the first setup we're going to run is the Germans will be holding Berlin and Rome. That might be a mistake. We just discussed today that actually they should have Berlin and Warsaw maybe. It seems like the Germans are just constantly winning the war, so we're going to give the Americans a little bit of an advantage to start with. They're going to have all three capitals on the English island: Liverpool, London, and Edinburgh. So let's see how that works out. If it doesn't really work, we will change this setup because now we can actually move stuff around. So it's going to be interesting to see how that stuff works. But the first game will be 2 for the Germans, 3 for the Americans.
And what can we? I think there's a whole bunch of questions that just popped up here while we were yakking away.
Maybe I should just make quick answers and not super long answers.
I guess that's a good question there. Equims is asking, will it be possible to skip past the grind up to generals like you can with the normal soldiers? As in, can you buy yourself a general with gold?
Obviously you can. You see here, I have actually bought myself a general here. Academy trained general. We will keep all the stats that you grind, obviously, for the character. We have not added any unlocks yet, but we will be adding unlocks that you will be able to use as a general, that you will unlock as an action player. So playing the game all the way up will actually give you a little bit of advantages instead of just buying your way up through to the general rank.
That sounds mysterious, but I guess we'll get into that later because that's not for Rommel, right?
No, it's not for Rommel.
It's for later. But I guess
badges for generals.
I just noticed that we haven't talked about the experience points because that's different also.
Oh yeah,
that's something that's going to change.
A lot of people have actually been asking about
radically.
That. Is there a question about that?
I think there is one somewhere in there. I think honestly, next time what we're going to do is probably go through that list of questions and pick the best ones, the ones that we overlooked, and answer them. Because I'm sure there's some really good ones in there. Unless you want to go over half an hour, you feel fine. Like I don't know. What about you, technical guy? Is that fine? Okay, well, I guess, we might as well have a word about that. If you're looking at that screen, never mind the experience values over there. That's also the test server doing what it does.
We're going to simplify the rank system, or we have simplified the rank system.
So now there's no longer any talk of tactical or combat experience. It's all one thing. And the thing is that we already prepared that change. I think in Osta, when the in the scoreboard in game, in the action game, you have a completely different scoring since a few builds ago already. So, but yeah, so now there's only one value, right?
The old system was like you had combat XP and you had tactical XP, and that was like a mechanic that we had in order to facilitate that people would rank up, players would rank up faster if they played tactical, like capping points and being smart and all that stuff, instead of just mowing down people. That seemed to be still like the idea though, but it's just hard to communicate how it works. Like you had like rank 2 and 1 and rank 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6, and that's just complicated to explain. So we changed the system to what you would probably just call an old school XP system, where you just get XP for doing stuff and you just rank up. And in the action game, you still get a lot more XP from actually capturing points and playing strategically that you get from just killing soldiers. So we sort of like balanced that a bit. Obviously, it's not going to be entirely the same, because we had different level structures for each of the two different types of XP before, and you can't really combine those two things. But we tried to make our best of making a new system that sort of like still makes sure that if you play the game tactically, you will rank up faster. Then people would be, or some people have asked that what happens when you reach rank 12 and it gets really hard, and do I still have to just grind my way up to the last ranks? No. Well, obviously, yes, that will help, but but deploying your assault team and fighting, like using your assault teams on the campaign map, will actually earn you a lot of XP. The officer ranks are we have some sort of like a stair step system here, where just purely playing the action game to get from 12 to 15 would be pretty hard. But deploying your assault teams and fighting in using the campaign part will actually rank it up faster, because now you will earn a lot more XP from the battles that your assault team wins.
So like basically doing what an officer does is what's
exactly
expected of
and
you.
And that's obviously tied together with the more assault teams you have, and the more they win, the more XP you get as a soldier or as a general. So you can be active from 12 to 17. You can be active on both games.
Did we lose the?
Did we? What happened?
Are we still online? Okay. Let's just pretend there's no technical difficulty going on right now. Okay, sorry.
We're back.
We're back. Where were we?
Where were we? XP.
Yeah, so you will be earning experience
XP from what
when you feel.
Do. Yeah. And the actual XP / war fund earnings model on the assault teams has also changed. We have changed it from being
continue if you can.
We will just continue.
We can.
Yeah.
So the earning model.
Earning model.
Yes, that's important. We have to talk about that. Let's talk about it like we never talked about it before.
All right.
Or every day.
The current system is like a very simple system that just awards your assault team depending on what type of assault team it is, which means that infantry will get a proportionally bigger amount of XP from battling than the heavy armor, in order to not just being overrun by or have the whole map just clog up with heavy armor. We changed that completely. Obviously, reinforcing your assault teams is like we have a cost of each resource you supply to your assault teams, like tanks and men and all that stuff costs war funds. But now your war fund earning and your XP earning is based on the destruction your assault team does to the enemy. So, if your guard team goes into battle, kills some other infantry or infantry versus infantry, you get rewarded for how many
soldiers.
The value of the soldiers you kill.
So if you kill tanks with your infantry, you get paid because you kill tanks, and so that means there's no longer any. You're not rewarded for participating. You're rewarded every time. It doesn't matter if you win or you lose. You're rewarded by what your unit destroys.
Yeah.
So.
And that should produce a nice risk-reward ratio. So if you are like a chicken and you just take your heavy armor and just mow them through the infantry, you will not earn a lot of war funds, because that's not really risky to just put tanks in front of men, and it will be an expensive ride for you. But on the other hand, if you actually manage to beat a heavy armor team with your guard team or with your infantry, which is obviously possible with all the magnetic mines and all that stuff, you will earn a lot of war funds. So I think it's a system to make it a much more fair system, and it brings in a nice risk-reward mechanic into the game as well. So that's actually a huge change to the way the financial the economics work on in the strategy game. And we use the same system for the XP. Obviously, this being an entirely new feature, we don't really have any metrics on or any numbers on how that works. So we are going to do a lot of tweaking when this goes live, and we are going to look at all the numbers. So you should expect a lot of tweaking of these numbers, because even though we think we do everything right all the time, we never make it might not be totally perfect in the first few wars.
Our beloved leader is infallible. But the thing with earning through what your XP does and having your XP tied to your character, that brings up, there's one very obvious question that everybody's asking, but especially Mr. Altositz. He's saying, will it be possible to lock units as a general for friends or clans in the future, so that only friends or clanmates can join your assault team then when it's in battle?
We are working on obviously upgrading the squad feature, and we are talking about this where you can actually, the generals can request a certain squad to actually fight for them, and that will obviously solve that problem. Okay. We haven't gotten to the final design on that yet. We're still designing.
Another design-related question. Westwick is asking, will field officers in battle be differentiated from other players? Different skin? Can we expect that at some point?
At some point, yeah. Not for this update. But
and let me see. I guess we might as well answer that one. I want to kind of steer this a little bit more towards the action game. There's a lot of worry about that repair wrench. It's not gonna break anything. It's a repair wrench, It's
a response to the fact that tank battles were a bit non-fun at the moment, where two equal tanks just shoot at each other, and the one that actually fires first wins, and then you're left with a broken tank that you can't do anything with, other than just getting shot to pieces next time. So now we can actually retreat. You have to get out of the tank, repair it, which is really, really slow, and get back into the battle. And hopefully that will also make, actually, I think, hopefully one of the side effects will be that tanks are, less in battle, in actual battle, because they're being repaired, or the tankers who rather preserve their tanks and drive away.
Then go kamikaze with them. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Hopefully, because we have also a lot of complaints about the tanks. They're nasty. So that's one of the ways to try and minimize the time they're actually in battle. If that's not enough, we can obviously increase the deploy time, and that's all other things that we can start to fiddle with to make them less powerful.
Well, let's
increase the price.
But so related to that, will multiple guys be able to repair a tank at the same time? Is the speed doubled if two guys are repairing?
That's also right now. Yes, they can, but we might limit that when we see how it works. Because on the other hand, in testing, we've experienced that if people do that, they're easy targets.
Yeah.
Just one high explosive and you just kill 5 people in one go, and it's like so it's like
Yeah, if you want to do it, do it.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
Be my guest, go regardless. I mean, that's what I mean. From the beginning, I thought that this particular concern was kind of exaggerated. Who wants to run around with just a wrench and just do that?
People are just, for some bizarre reason, they're really, really scared of this game turning into Battlefield.
Yeah.
I might not say that, but I don't think Battlefield is that bad. It's my son plays it a lot.
Yeah, but at the same time, at the same time, that's not where we're going.
No, it's not. So just because they had a bad experience with wrenches in Battlefield doesn't mean that it's going to be bad here as well. But obviously, if it's bad, we'll fix it.
Yeah,
it's not that we
like to break things.
Yeah. So, but again, new features, we need to try them out before we remove them again. Yeah. So that's kind of like a.
So weapons. Are there any new weapons in Rommel?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, maybe.
I've got the answers right here. I'm just testing you. We got the M1 carbine. Carbine.
There's one. Yeah.
You have to forgive my French Canadian accent. Carbine, I think, right? I don't know. Carbine. Yeah. It's only for paratroopers.
There you go. Yep. At the moment we have paratroopers. Where is my paratrooper? There you go. There we have.
There it is. The M1 carbine.
Yeah. And I cannot show you because I'm not allowed in as a German, but.
Yeah, the Fallschirmgewehr.
Yeah. We are going
the FG-42.
FG-42. That's a really nice submachine gun or light machine gun.
Yeah. We have a picture somewhere, but I think it's not advisable to start browsing through the servers to find it.
But no, the guys who've been waiting for it, they know how it.
They know what it looks like. We're
not going to add the scope version yet, though.
Oh, because it comes with a. Oh,
no, the original one had a scope once. Awesome. Those Germans just made some really awesome weapons. Crazy stuff.
But so what can we say about that one? That it's a semi-auto. It's a small. It's not a rifle. It's a carbine. It's one caliber. Notch smaller.
It has
30 bullets in the magazine.
Yeah.
But it's fairly nice in terms of rate of fire and recoil.
High rate of fire and fairly accurate.
Because I tried it and it really goes like.
Yeah.
It's that's nice, and it fits in your paratroopers inventory.
Yeah.
Equipment. How many points does it take actually? Can you 6? Right, it takes up all 6 points, or no? That's with 2 pouches. You still have room for.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, then 30 rounds is still if you want to do that. If you really want to have that grenade, you can. So. And what else can we say about the more weapon? Oh yeah, more weapon-related questions. I guess we can try to answer that one. Rush the Bus is asking, while I know that this is an arcade shooter with some realism aspects, are the ballistics where you guys feel they should be or want them? Because he thinks they seem less realistic and more arcade.
Yeah, that's a tough question because obviously there seems to be two kind of gamers that play shooters: the realistic guys and the arcade guys. And we try to sort of like have a game that fits somewhere in the middle, some middle ground. Because stuff that's too realistic is just also damn hard to play. And we value the game as being like fun versus realism, basically. But still, it shouldn't be like all arcade. That would just be crazy. But ballistics-wise, adding real ballistics to the wind or something like that, for the weapons would just make it really, really hard. And we will probably not go that direction. unless we at some point establish a simulation mode, for example. I tried actually we have been talking about that, having a special mode for very advanced players who actually want the super hardcore modes, so they can choose it themselves what they want, but
not there yet.
Not
right.
really there yet.
What about the bipods, the famous bipods for machine guns?
Actually, it's something that we are working on, but it's not. It hasn't been put into the schedule yet. It's not that it's like a super complex thing to do, but it's just the guy that has to do that part of the code, all the skeleton, all stuff. He has been busy doing other things, and obviously we're still a small company, so we do have to prioritize pretty hard between our what we put into the game. So it's not that we try to ignore everybody about the bipods. We've been hearing that for a long time, but the guy that's supposed to has to do it just haven't had the time yet.
Because he's basically in charge of everything that has to do with.
Well, he does it in the network code, the fast network code for the action game and stuff like that. So it's sort of like rather having a good solid network code than bipods. That's kind of like the.
Yeah, that kind of weighs heavier.
But it's not that we won't add it. It will be put in when he has 5 minutes, I think. I hope.
And let me see. Here's a question. Will you? It's kind of hybrid. It has to do with. It has to do with
Does
both.
it have answers in it as well?
Check this out. It's. Will you be changing the cost of the paratrooper AT to match the? Well, he says drop in equipment slots. I guess he means the fact that the paratrooper has only 6 equipment points. He only ever had 6 equipment points.
It's never been different.
It's never been different. But yeah, he seems to think that will we be changing the number of equipment points for paratroopers to match the expensive cost of the AT?
Is it assault team or character based, this stuff?
That's the thing is I think he means basically that I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure what the question is supposed to mean here.
Little son, please explain yourself.
Well, I guess what he means is that there's a lot of people who think that the paratrooper cannot carry a lot compared to
That's true. Actually, we the actual parachute is something that we might like take off the paratrooper and just have the player have a choice of
jumping without.
Yeah, lighter chute that actually. Not you can try that. Splat. No, and then I think that the argument for having so few equipment points is that he has to fit this huge parachute as well, so he can't carry it that much. And we can actually see, especially from our statistics, that the paratroopers are just super powerful in the game because they can drop everywhere. So the battles that are where paratroopers are
they become
involved,
3D.
Yeah, and adding more equipment points would just make them even more powerful. So we're cautious about doing that.
Yeah.
Now they get a super cool light machine gun, at least German one, so they should be happy.
And let me see, is the Rommel build going to have any new maps?
Unfortunately, no.
But
we are working on new maps.
There are.
Yeah, again, small studio. We have to divide our time. This build has been all about the generals and all about raising the strategic game, because that has been, I would say, stale for quite a long time. So I think it deserves a lift.
And let me see. There's another question about. It's more about. Will we be adding more Asian servers near Singapore, Hong Kong?
Well, I'm not the guy to actually answer that question. We add servers if they are needed. If suddenly some of the servers are being have a lot of pressure, then we will obviously add. We can scale that like we want to. I have no clue about the pressure on the Asian servers right now, but
right.
Reto.Gargamel could probably tell you some more about that. Or one of the other programmers that are handling the operations.
Let me see something else. We're at 45 minutes.
Should we go for an hour?
And let me see. It's the same price, really.
Actually, this broadcasting, I don't know if we're gonna play anything today on the servers.
Should we?
On new build, I don't know.
Should we? Can we? We're looking at yeah.
Because we could just start up the game and then just play. Each Friday we have our regular play session here at the office.
But we can't.
And we just thought about it would be nice to sort of like just broadcast that as on Twitch each Friday.
Somebody's yelling no. I think we are afraid.
It's 20 seconds delayed, so they do not know.
They do not know that just happened.
No. Go ahead.
That's true. You're right.
There's something with the.
It's something with the bandwidth. We haven't tested it.
We should do a little test.
We should do a little test because otherwise it's gonna look like crap, and we don't want to put you guys through that.
At the end of this session, we'll start up the action game, and then if it runs like crap, we'll just switch it off again.
Yeah.
We need to test it.
Yep. Yeah. Let me see.
It's not the game that runs like crap. It's for some bizarre reason the video thing just was stuttering.
Oh, hey, there's one that's related to something we've been noticing before. Is there a possibility of adding suppression to the game so that as players are shot or take damage, we see blurry vision or sound distortion or stamina decreases?
I actually just saw that
right?
blurry vision in this build.
Yeah, that's we were noticing that.
I hadn't heard that it was, but I think it's just Andreas testing out stuff. So
it might or might not make it, depending on if it affects performance, I guess, right?
This game is that's kind of like a gameplay balancing. It's like you're skewing the bad gamer gets punished for being bad kind of thing. So I'm actually a little bit against like hurting bad players
more.
Same thing as the old realism question about he should be shot in the leg and now he should be limping around. It's like no, just kill him and get on with it. That's just too much. It's like if it's not
a game anymore.
It's not fun to play with a limping guy. It's the same thing as you shoot one track of your tank and you can only go around in circles. That's just not fun. So we will not do stuff like that.
Hey, one more question by Rush the Bus.
I actually did a shooter game for the Sega Genesis once a long time ago that had that functionality. Like it was like a helicopter shooter.
Okay.
And we had this thing
I saw it. I think
it's called Red Zone for the Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive, as it's called in the States. If any of you are old enough to be playing that kind of 16-bit stuff. No, but actually we had in that game we had this helicopter, and it could get hit by missiles from the ground, and we had this where the back rotor, when that got damaged, it would start to fly in circles, and it would be really annoying to control, and it's just hardcore players that really liked it, but the game was just way too hard. So that was just not a good idea. So
the game ends when you throw your controller.
Yeah, it's like you mess up, and now it just gets even harder to play.
Yeah. Let me see. But apparently, you in a Gamescom video you mentioned.
That wasn't supposed to come out until next
true?
year.
Is that true? Well, then I can end the question there.
No. That's fine. I'm joking.
You mentioned additional factions.
Yeah.
Anything we can say about that?
I think it was the MMO bomb guys that started being really
nosy.
Yeah. What I can say is that the changes we made now to the strategy game with the multiple capitals and the victory points and everything is to be able to facilitate several factions fighting at the same time. So obviously, yes, multiple factions is part of our long-term strategic goal. So yes, we're gonna add more factions at some point.
Right, and let's see. Well, there's a question from Thundergod. Why can't a general play the first-person shooter anymore?
Why can't a general?
I think we answered that actually already.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty much, because it would look weird with the general running around.
You have the officers, the field officers and the company officers. That range, so like you play both, and then when you make it's a hard choice. I want to go all in on the general. You could get a lot more control in the strategy game, and I think it would just simply make it way too powerful. So. Yeah, and obviously the one other thought that has been, obviously this is like way future stuff, but the thing that your general is that will not go into Rommel, but general character would be tied to the HQ on the map, and you could say like if you had the enemy come close to the HQ, you could have like an assassination or capturing mission where you had to the VIP type mission where you have to find a person on the level and capture him or shoot him or whatever. That could play a role of taking out all the command of all the assault teams deployed by that general. So at that time he would be entering the 3D game, the action game again, but not now.
Okay. There's another one about. Let me see. Apparently, because I'm getting messages from our alien overlords. The bicycle glitch. Do we have anything?
Explain to me the bicycle glitch.
You know when you ride a bicycle. Like for example, when you
Which
ride to work, and then exactly, and then you get off your bicycle, and all of a sudden you're catapulted into the air. It used to be worse. It used to be like you would spawn above the clouds and like slowly plummet to your death.
Stuff. No, it's a feature.
It's a feature, yeah.
It's obviously
it's space jump.
We're looking into. It's a highly annoying bug that I know that Andreas is hunting.
But apparently. I guess that's an answer to that. Andreas is looking at hitboxes. No, that's something else. That's completely unrelated. I guess I'm going to say that Robotron is asking me to mention, if you could provide a little bit more context, that would be awesome, that Andreas is working on hitboxes and frame rate fixes currently. So that's also been something that's been bothering some people. I guess by hitboxes we mean hit detection in this case. Yeah. But I think that the bicycles also had something to do with the hitboxes.
I think so, yeah.
Something to do with where the character was.
I'm not an expert on that
supposed
stuff.
To
also, it's not for me to. Next Friday, I'll drag Andreas in here and have him answer himself.
That would actually and okay, let me see. Honestly, I think we can gradually start to wrap it up. I'm going to see if we missed any, because the questions here tend to repeat themselves a little bit. Let's get that one out of the way. It's an old question. Way back, there were some blog posts about large cities that were to have more than one map.
That's still the plan, yeah.
That is still the plan.
Yeah. The plan is obviously to turn the major cities into grids of city levels. We just haven't gotten to that part because we wanted. That's going to be like small levels where we're not going to put planes in them and maybe only a few tanks and stuff. It's going to be infantry sniper-ish levels, and we are thinking of doing it in grids. So like taking Berlin, for example, would be a match of maybe 50 battlefields instead of just one.
But then
that requires a different setup.
You would have to kind of be able to zoom in on that to see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have some other high-level stuff to get out of the way before we start adding that stuff. So there's plenty of room for future expansion in this game, though.
I guess we could answer this one. well, we've been hearing that a lot. But why do all weapon mods, weapon upgrades need to be repaired, and why don't we have a model where it's you basically pay a one-time fee instead?
That has been discussed, like a gold only buy permanent mods. We are not like super happy to go into this purchase stuff forever model, because it could upset the game balance. We would actually like to keep the game where your skill actually plays a big part of the role of how successful in the game you are. The monetization method model is based on the relation between time and money. So no skill should be brought into that equation. Money should only be, or gold should only be used to buy time or skip time. It's not all of gamers in the world have 90 hours a week to play.
Mm.
So it's we're trying to keep it really strict on this. If you play a lot and you're good at playing, you should earn enough credit to keep it going. And obviously, it also balances out the game a bit. Like advanced, like really powerful weapons, they are actually sort of like expensive to use. You use them and then you have to play a different role, or you have to do something else in order to earn some more credits if you don't want to spend gold on it. So it's and again that's again like that's a time thing. You just save time with the gold. So we have discussed it. Yes, we have discussed the other games do that as well. That you can buy mods as permanent for gold, but let's see. If demand is there for that, then we might do it. I don't know.
Right. I guess for now we're kind of getting into the I think territory where most of the questions have been answered at least once. Well, I think we managed to make it last 1 hour. How about we try to?
Should we try the?
Let's try an action game and see what happens.
Can we get some of the other guys to?
We need. I don't know if we can actually. We got so far without having.
Are we starting? Is there any mission running? There is one here. Yeah,
oh well, then there you go.
One guy on it.
Let's try it.
Can we have?
Actually, wait a minute. There was. Where's Peter?
Let's try and.
No, not this Peter. This Peter. Let's try it. That thing is tight.
Yeah. There you go. What does it say?
I'm asking
Düsseldorf now?
Düsseldorf.
Are we?
No, that's me.
Okay.
Oh, actually, there is a question that I've been saving for last.
Oh yeah.
We keep getting asked that a lot. What are we doing about cheaters? Are we banning them?
Yes, we are.
And yes, we are. We just went through yesterday a nice little list of people we've identified as running a series of scripts and DLLs that they were injecting. So we can't go too much into details, but that's the thing, is that we don't want the cheaters to know how we know or what we know, but yeah, fact is that we know. So
I said that on the on one of the other videos as well. We record every match that is played in Heroes and Heroes are recorded, so we can replay all matches. and we can like free cam around and fly around, and we can see everything. It's actually pretty awesome to watch a match be replayed. That's just that's what we use for some of our videos. So we play the game and then we can actually position cameras and stuff. Pretty nice stuff. And we have caught some cheaters by just looking at when players report this guy is cheating, and then if not enough people complain about him, we can take a look at his play, the games he's played, and it's usually it's pretty obviously when people cheat. We had one guy that was obviously building an aimbot. And he was like constantly making headshots on pilots flying by. So that was like a dead giveaway. But and people get banned when they try to do stuff like that. But on the other hand, because we have some players in here that have been playing the game for a long time, and some of them are actually really good.
Yeah, I get reports about those. Honestly, you I wish I could just say you can stop reporting. I mean. I get reports about some of our. I can name them, can I?
Yeah.
Our old guys. Please don't report Fontan. Don't report Chili. Don't report. I mean, there's a list of guys. I keep getting reports about them. They're really old players. They play all the time, and they are retardedly good. Yes, it looks like they have supernatural skills. But I mean,
we might do a skill system at one point that say if your name starts with Fontan, then you're gonna be matched against.
But we could not, right? I mean, at some point have some kind of I don't know if you get matched with people who are
looking into upgrading the
as good as you.
System, so.
But without getting into too much details, I mean. If somebody gets reported, by the whole other team for one match, that doesn't, make him a prime suspect. It's like if on the other hand a guy gets reported to us every single day, of course we'll look into it, because that's fishy. So that's usually where we kind of, if we see a pattern, then of course we pay attention. It's just that sometimes, people just like to vent by reporting, and I know it's gonna keep happening. Don't worry that if everybody starts saying I'm gonna report you, it's like it has to be based on something. But we have tools to look into it, and so.
And also the appearance on Steam obviously heightened the awareness of the game. So we are getting an increased amount of people who actually try to
they're
cheat.
trying because it's interesting now. It's interesting to try and cheat. So, but. It's also interesting for us to do something about it.
Oh yeah.
So
yes, we're hopefully not gonna let it ruin the game, but we still have to find the cheaters.
So
let's see how it works.
Are you seeing this? Awesome. I guess if you had you got a paratrooper in there. Don't you get a paratrooper in there?
No. Yeah, it's a tanker.
No, what I mean is that you could
we have that,
show that M1. If you want to show the M1 in game.
Yeah, but I just unfortunately joined
that.
with a. I know last time I played this mission, Bruno Spliction was running around with the FD-42, and I took it from him after killing him because he's just such a lousy player. Oh my god, now it's out for the revenge. We changed, I can actually mention that we changed the aiming for the tanks as well.
In Rommel?
Yes, sir. Now you have to adjust the sights manually, so no more pressing space and just firing away.
Aha.
We should make you have to sort of like shoot and aim for, like you have to fire up a few rounds to know where you're hitting.
So how do you do that with the?
If I can find the keys here. There you go.
So what are you pressing there?
Fuck.
Is it JK?
Yeah, here you go. JK. You'll see the sights adjusting. This is also something that we just felt that the tank gameplay was a bit too easy. The tankers were just it's really easy to just aim and shoot at everything. So we added this little bit more realism here, that you have to adjust your sights.
Sure,
maybe fire off a few aiming rounds.
That will make a lot of people happy there.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. It's the tanks are just too powerful. So wrenching stuff, moving them out of the battlefield, and making it harder to aim should make them less powerful. Oh, I'm getting hit. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Oof. I see people joining. That's cool. Go away, phone.
Wait, that's your guys.
Thundergod is on my side. Hey, excellent. I love playing on the same side as Thundergod, otherwise I'd get my ass kicked. Oh. The rest of the guys joining, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I will request more Germans. Let's see.
Oh fuck! There's somebody sniping me.
And I just noticed that we didn't talk about the new the timer on the action missions. Tobias has changed that. If you look on the top of the screen there,
it's simplifying it again.
It's simplified, and it's no longer. I mean, there still is time, but it's not displayed as such. So if you're the attacker, you see that your little icon on top of the screen is a stopwatch, and if you're the defender, the icon is basically a mission objective. So yeah, if you want to explain how that works.
It's to simplify the like the two phases of the assault missions. One is where you fight your way up to the objective points, and the next phase is when you fight for the objective points. So it's basically trying to simplify the two. And before we had a lot of I would say weird mechanics of adding time and multiplying time, and it just got too confusing. So that's the reason for simplifying this.
So the way it works now is, if you are, as the attacker, if you're closer to controlling everything, you're actually, no, that's the thing, right? As the defender, your bar will progress when you regain.
Yeah.
So you're defender right now, actually.
Let me see.
Yeah, you started from the outside, but you're the defender.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm the attacker here.
If you're the attacker, then... See, I haven't actually tried it. I should be playing right now.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh! Who's... huh? What? I got killed by a tank-stealing German.
Security objectives. No, you are the attacker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see, yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's a little confusion there. So, as the attacker, you have a certain amount of time to secure all the objectives. It hasn't changed. And as the defender, you have to keep the objectives for a certain amount of time, except that it doesn't really matter how much time really you have left, I think, because what you want to see is how much time the enemy has left to attack. So that's why the stopwatch is on the attacker. Yeah,
yeah, he has.
That's one.
But he has a time period of where he have to get to the capture points. But otherwise, he would be camping out on the attack lines, and the defenders will win.
But as the defender, your progress bar only shows really how close you are to controlling everything.
Yeah.
Whereas as the attacker, it's really how much time you have. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to. We'll have to explain it again. We'll explain it again when we're.
Hvorfor der ikke nogen der joiner ind? Can you?
Let me ask more.
What are the guys doing?
Christopher's playing, isn't he? Do you have? No, he's not.
They are actually working. That's crazy. No, it's the airfield mission that you join.
Isn't it Düsseldorf?
It's
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the airfield
thing. Just check the.
Yeah. Sorry.
There you go. Here goes it. He just. That should be possible to get some more players in.
He's there. He's there now. Oh, but he joined us US.
Oh, yes.
Okay, awesome. No, but we got more people now. All right. Oh, I think we lost. No, we're okay.
We just keep. Is it running okay? Is the stream?
I think is the stream still running? Yeah. Good. But
yeah, we should.
I guess we should. We should call it a day for now.
Obviously, this is our first. Go.
We're not professionals.
No, but
we are professionals, just not professional TV hosts. So
no, we will be showing off stuff on these sessions, so hopefully we'll get some more answers. And obviously, you fire away with the answers, and we'll see if we can answer them.
Yep. It's so yeah. I guess
totally, questions, not answers. We provide the answers.
So
you provide the questions.
You provide the questions, please. Yes. So, well, thank you for watching, and this will be edited out. I had to say that at some point.
Thank you for playing our game and being enough interested to come up with annoying questions for us to answer.
I have a large head.
That's cool.